Have you ever wondered what your body might be telling you about how many good years you still have ahead? Once we step into our 70s, every day starts to feel more meaningful. And the truth is, our bodies are already giving us subtle hints about our future. These aren't just random aches or changes you should brush off. They're signs, real, research-backed indicators that can help you understand your health and even your potential longevity. Some people in their 70s remain vibrant, steady, and full of energy. Others begin to slow down, struggling with fatigue, aches, or memory issues. What makes the difference? In this video, we're going to explore 7 often overlooked signs that can give you a clearer picture of how well you're re-aging and what you can do to improve your odds of living longer, healthier, and more independently. These signs are simple but powerful. And the best part, many of them are things you can improve starting today. So stick with us until the end. You might recognize one small change that could add not just years to your life, but life to your years. Wanting your social connections when it comes to aging well, most people focus on things like diet, exercise, or medications. But one of the most powerful and most underrated predictors of how long you'll live after 70 is your social life. That's right, your relationships, your conversations. Your sense of connection to others can have a direct impact on both your physical health and emotional well-being. Let's look at 2 women, Ruby Lane and Nora James, both 78 years old. Ruby lives in a small town, but she makes it a point to stay connected. She chats with neighbors during her morning walks, volunteers at the community center once a week, and FaceTimes with her grandchildren regularly. She even hosts a weekly book club with old friends. Her days are full of smiles, shared stories, and that comforting feeling of belonging. Nora, on the other hand, has drifted away from social circles over time. Friends have moved or passed on, and she rarely hears from family. She spends most of her days watching TV or quietly reading alone. She doesn't talk much anymore. Not because she doesn't want to, but because she doesn't know who to call. Over time, she's started to feel more tired, more forgetful, and less motivated to go outside. What's happening here isn't just emotional. Research shows that loneliness is as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. People with strong social ties have better immune systems, lower blood pressure, sharper minds, and reduced risk of heart disease and depression. Even your brain chemistry changes when you connect with others, releasing feel-good hormones like oxytocin that help regulate mood and stress. The good news: you don't have to become the life of the party. Even small efforts make a difference. Call an old friend, join a local group, church or club, say hello to a neighbor, send a birthday card. These little moments of connection are like medicine, only better, because they come with laughter, love, and shared memories. If you've noticed yourself pulling back lately, ask yourself, when was the last time I had a truly good conversation? Do I feel connected or just busy? Loneliness often creeps in quietly, but it's never too late to turn things around. Remember, the relationships you invest in today may be one of the strongest shields you have against the challenges of aging. So reach out, even just a little. You might be surprised how much brighter life feels when it's shared. Tuning your ability to handle stress. Stress is something we all face, at any age. But how we respond to it, especially after 70, can have a powerful impact on how long and how well we live. Chronic stress isn't just unpleasant, it's damaging. It can weaken your immune system, raise your blood pressure, drain your energy, and even speed up the aging process. Let's meet 2 men, Jack Sullivan and Ellie Turner, both 76 years old. Jack has his share of problems: bills, occasional health scares, and worries about his family. But he's learned to manage them. He takes daily walks to clear his mind, practices deep breathing when he feels tense, and makes time for hobbies that bring him joy. He talks openly with his daughter about his concerns and doesn't bottle things up. Ellie, on the other hand, feels overwhelmed. Even small problems make him anxious. When his heater broke down last winter, He couldn't sleep for days. He constantly checks the news, worries about the future, and often feels angry or irritable. He doesn't talk to anyone about how he feels. He just tries to deal with it. But it's wearing him down. What Jack and Ellie show us is clear. It's not about avoiding stress. That's impossible, but about how you handle it. Long-term stress can trigger inflammation in the body, which has been linked to heart disease, Alzheimer's, diabetes, and more. It affects sleep, digestion, memory, and even your ability to fight off illness. But there's hope, and it starts with small, consistent actions. Techniques like deep breathing, mindfulness, light exercise, laughter, or even keeping a gratitude journal can significantly reduce stress levels. Talking to a friend or counselor can lift a heavy weight. Even something as simple as listening to music or spending time in nature helps reset your nervous system. Ask yourself honestly when something goes wrong. Do you stay calm and think clearly, or do you spiral into worry? Do you give yourself time to recover from emotional setbacks? If you've noticed yourself feeling constantly tense, tired, or on edge, it's not just getting older. It's your body asking for help. Learning to manage stress isn't just about feeling better. It's a survival skill. People who develop emotional resilience are more likely to stay healthy, active, and mentally sharp well into their 80s and beyond. So take a breath. Give yourself grace. Let go of what you can't control and focus on what you can, because peace of mind isn't just nice to have. It might just help you live longer. 30. Your appetite and eating habits as we age. One of the easiest things to overlook is our appetite. But did you know that changes in how you eat, especially after 70, can reveal a lot about your health and even how long you might live? A healthy appetite isn't just about enjoying food. It's a powerful signal that your body is still working well inside and out. Let's meet two women, Grace Rivers and Emma Collins, both 74 years old. Grace wakes up looking forward to breakfast. She enjoys cooking fresh meals, eats a variety of colorful vegetables, proteins, and whole grains, and keeps her meals balanced. Eating is more than nutrition for her. It's a joyful, nourishing routine. Emma, on the other hand, has noticed a change. She doesn't feel hungry like she used to. She skips meals, snacks on processed foods, and has started losing weight without meaning to. She tells herself it's just part of getting older. But deep down, she feels more tired, a little weaker, and not quite herself. This difference matters. A declining appetite in older adults isn't just about taste. It can be a warning sign. It might mean your body isn't absorbing nutrients properly, or that there's an underlying health issue like digestive problems, hormonal changes, or even early cognitive decline. And when you don't eat enough, your body begins to break down muscle for energy, which leads to frailty, fatigue, and increased risk of falls or illness. But here's the good news: your appetite and eating habits can be improved. Start with small, regular meals made with whole, nutrient-dense foods. Add more protein, fiber, and healthy fats to support muscle strength and brain health. Stay hydrated. Sometimes thirst can mask itself as a lack of hunger. And if food no longer excites you, try new recipes or eat with others. Social meals tend to spark both conversation and appetite. It's also important to listen to your body. Do you feel full too quickly? Have you lost weight without trying? Do meals feel like a chore instead of a pleasure? These aren't just quirks. They may be clues your body needs more attention and support. Eating well after 70 isn't about dieting or perfection. It's about fueling your future, giving your body the tools it needs to stay strong, mobile, and sharp for years to come. So take a moment to look at your plate. What you eat today could shape your health, energy, and independence tomorrow. Because nourishment isn't just about food, it's about life. 40. Your sleeping patterns. Sleep isn't just a way to rest. It's how your body repairs, resets, and protects itself. And after the age of 70, how well you sleep each night can quietly shape how long and how well you'll live. Let's look at two men, Leo Brooks and Noah Bennett, both in their mid-70s. Leo has kept a steady routine for years. He goes to bed around the same time each night, avoids heavy meals or screens before bed, and typically sleeps a solid 7 hours. He wakes up feeling alert, refreshed, and ready to start his day. Noah, on the other hand, struggles most nights. He tosses and turns, wakes up multiple times, and sometimes lies awake for hours. Even when he gets a full night in bed, he wakes up groggy and drained. He tells himself it's just how aging works. But over time, the fogginess, low energy, and mood swings have started to affect his daily life. Here's the truth. Poor sleep is not inevitable with age. In fact, consistent, high-quality sleep is a strong indicator of better brain function, stronger immune health, and lower risk of heart disease or cognitive decline. When you sleep well, your body clears toxins from the brain, balances hormones, and reduces inflammation, all key for longevity. But when sleep suffers, everything suffers. It becomes harder to think clearly, regulate emotions, manage stress, or maintain physical strength. Poor sleep has even been linked to higher risk of memory loss and falls, especially in older adults. So what can you do? First, identify what's disrupting your sleep. Is it stress, late-night TV, restless legs, sleep apnea? Once you know the cause, small changes can make a big difference. Try limiting screen time before bed, getting natural sunlight in the morning, keeping a regular bedtime, and avoiding caffeine or alcohol late in the day. Even a relaxing bedtime ritual, like light reading, soft music, or gentle stretching, can signal your body it's time to rest. If your sleep still doesn't improve, don't ignore it. Talk to your doctor. Sometimes, sleep issues are a symptom of something deeper, and the sooner you address it, the better. So tonight, pay attention to how you sleep, not just how long, but how deeply. Do you wake up feeling restored or still tired? Sleep isn't a luxury. It's your body's daily investment in healing, strength, and clarity. And the better you rest, the more you'll be able to show up fully in the years ahead, because the path to a longer life often begins with a good night's sleep. 5. Your balance. Can you stand on one leg? It may sound like a simple test, but your ability to stand on one leg for 10 seconds can reveal surprising insights about your health and how long you may live. Balance isn't just about avoiding falls. It reflects the strength of your muscles, the sharpness of your nervous system, and the health of your brain. Let's consider 2 women, Ivy Adams and Lily Morgan, both 72 years old. Ivy has always enjoyed movement. She practices yoga a few times a week, takes daily walks, and even dances with her grandchildren when they visit. When she lifts one foot, she can hold the position steadily for more than 10 seconds without wobbling. Lily, on the other hand, hasn't paid much attention to balance. She rarely exercises, often sits for long periods, and avoids stairs whenever she can. When she tries to stand on one leg, she tips over almost instantly and has to grab the back of a chair for support. She laughs it off, but deep down, she's a little concerned. And she should be. Research has shown that poor balance in older adults is associated with higher risk of falls, broken bones, hospitalizations, and even cognitive decline. Maintaining balance requires strong legs, healthy joints, quick reflexes, and good communication between your brain and body. When that system weakens, it can mean deeper health issues. But there's good news: balance can be improved at any age. It's never too late to strengthen your foundation. Start with simple exercises, like standing on one leg near a wall or countertop, walking heel to toe across a room, or practicing gentle Tai Chi or yoga. These movements wake up your stabilizer muscles and retrain your nervous system to respond with strength and confidence. You can even make balance a part of your daily routine. Try brushing your teeth while standing on one foot, or standing still with your eyes closed for a few seconds to challenge your stability. These small practices build big results over time. Ask yourself, have you noticed yourself grabbing onto furniture more often? Do you feel uneasy when turning quickly or walking on uneven ground? These little clues shouldn't be ignored. because staying upright, literally, is essential to staying independent. A fall can change everything, but improving your balance gives you the power to move through life with more confidence, control, and vitality. So go ahead, give it a try. Stand tall, lift one foot, and see how long you can hold it. If it's hard, don't worry. That's just your starting point. And from here, every second you improve brings you one step closer to a safer, longer life. 6. Your grip strength. What a handshake reveals. It might surprise you, but something as simple as your handshake can be a window into your future. After the age of 70, your grip strength, the power in your hands, becomes one of the most reliable indicators of overall vitality, resilience, and even how long you might live. Let's look at two men, Cole Harrison and Max Dalton, both 78 years old. Cole has always enjoyed staying active. He does light weightlifting, opens jars with ease, and still carries his own grocery bags. His handshake is steady, strong, and confident, just like the rest of him. Max, on the other hand, has noticed a quiet change. Tasks that used to be simple, like twisting open a water bottle or carrying a bag of groceries, feel harder now. His hands tire easily, and his grip has become weaker. He thinks it's just old age. But what he doesn't realize is that his grip strength is a reflection of his total body strength. And that's not just a theory, it's science. Studies show that lower grip strength is strongly associated with frailty, loss of muscle mass, slower recovery from illness, and even higher risk of heart disease and early mortality. When your hands grow weaker, it's often a sign that your arms, legs, and core are losing strength too. But here's the hopeful part: grip strength is trainable, and it's easier to improve than you might think. Start by squeezing a tennis ball or using a hand gripper a few minutes a day. Do light resistance training with dumbbells, carry grocery bags instead of using a cart, or practice holding onto a bar or ledge for a few seconds at a time. These small efforts can lead to big gains, not just in your hands, but throughout your body. Take a moment and test yourself. Can you open a jar without help? Hold onto a heavy object for 30 seconds. Shake hands firmly without discomfort. If the answer is no, that's okay. It just means you've got room to grow. Don't think of grip strength as just a hand issue. Think of it as a signal, a vital sign, that tells you how well your body is aging. And more importantly, how much power you still have to turn things around. Because the strength to hold onto a cup, a friend's hand, or a walking cane is also the strength to hold onto your independence. 7th, your walking speed, a window into longevity. One of the clearest indicators of how well you re-aging doesn't come from a lab test or a fancy machine. It's something much simpler: your walking speed. After 70, how quickly and steadily you move through the world says a lot about your overall health, and even how many more years you might have ahead. A faster, more confident walk often reflects strong muscles, a healthy heart, good coordination, and a sharp mind, all essential for long-term well-being. Let's meet two men, Liam Hayes and Owen Carter, both 75. Liam walks every morning without fail. He moves with a smooth, steady rhythm, not rushed, but not sluggish. He crosses the street with confidence, navigates stairs with ease, and rarely feels out of breath. Owen used to be active too, but lately his steps have slowed. He takes frequent breaks, struggles on inclines, and sometimes feels unsure on uneven ground. He tells himself it's just age catching up, but in reality it's a red flag. Why does walking speed matter so much? Because walking is a full-body task. It uses your muscles, lungs, heart, and brain, all working in harmony. When your pace slows noticeably, it may mean one or more of those systems is under stress. In fact, researchers have found that walking speed is such a powerful predictor of survival that it's sometimes called the sixth vital sign. People who walk more slowly, especially without realizing it, have higher rates of hospitalization, disability, and even earlier mortality. But here's the great news: you can improve your walking speed, even in your 70s, 80s, or 90s. Start with short, consistent walks. Use supportive shoes. Walk with a friend for motivation and build leg strength through simple exercises like calf raises, gentle squats, or walking upstairs. The key is consistency. The more you move, the more your body adapts. Your muscles get stronger, your heart gets more efficient, and your brain stays sharper. So, take a moment and ask yourself, have you slowed down? Do you struggle to keep pace with others? Do stairs or long hallways feel more tiring than they used to? These are signs worth paying attention to, because how fast you move through the world can tell you how long you'll be able to keep moving on your own terms. Walking isn't just transportation. It's independence, strength, and life itself. So next time you step outside, don't just walk with purpose. Every step forward is an investment in your future. Now that you've learned these 7 powerful signs, take a quiet moment to reflect. Where do you stand? Are you walking through life with steady steps and clear purpose? Or have you noticed a few quiet changes that deserve more attention? The truth is, growing older doesn't mean losing control. In fact, most of the signs we've discussed, walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep, appetite, stress, and connection, are things you can influence starting today. And every small step you take to improve one area often helps the others too. Maybe it's time to walk a little farther, or eat with more joy and intention. Maybe it's making that phone call you've been putting off, or simply pausing to take a deep breath when things feel overwhelming. These aren't just habits, they're lifelines. You don't need to change everything overnight, but the choices you make today will shape your energy, your clarity, and your freedom for the years ahead. Longevity isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to those years. So move with purpose, eat with care, rest deeply, laugh often, stay curious, stay connected, and never forget, your body is still talking to you. All you have to do is listen. Thank you for spending this time with us. If this video helped you see things in a new light, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and let us know one small change you're ready to make. You still have time. Let's make the most of it, together.